guys, I am so excited to introduce our next guest, Kat Ingram. Kat is someone that I get the opportunity to call my dear friend. So, Kat, tell me a little bit about who Kat Ingram is.
Well, I am originally from California. I moved here my senior year of high school to Oklahoma, and I am a Herbalife wellness coach by day and a bartender by night.
Oh, that is so cool. So tell me, what is this Herbalife business about?
It's about helping people lose weight, gain muscle, or just get energy where they need in their lives, and helping people make smarter choices.
Wonderful. So I can remember being a cocktail waitress when I was like fresh out of high school. So what is this bartending thing like?
It's a lot of fun actually, putting up with drunk people if you like doing that. It's a lot of fun. Make pretty good money doing that.
Well, everybody's got to relax somehow, right?
Right.
That's exactly right.
Serving shakes by day and pouring up liquor by night.
Yeah, cool. That is so awesome. So, Pink Diaries is all about exposing our own vulnerabilities to give others permission to be themselves. So, if you had to give someone some advice about being yourself, what does that look like for you?
Just making a decision to not depend on anyone else to make you happy. And to just not, whether it be, a romantic partner or your parents or a friend, anything, just finding your own way and listening to your own voice inside you.
Oh, I love that. And you know what I love most about that is that you allowing yourself to be just who you are, in knowing and understanding that we are all so very different.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
I can never be Kat, and you can never be Veronica.
Right.
And we hear Lala, right? Lala is normally with us on the show, so Lala, go ahead, come on, please join us.
I'm coming.
Okay.
All right. Hello. Hi.
So we, as you know,
Right.
we're talking about differences.
Oh.
I am so
amazing.
different from you
Right.
as you are from Kat.
Right.
What does that look like, though?
It's so beautiful.
Why?
Because here's the thing. I am born with my own personality, with my own skills, with my own strengths. And so is Kat, and so is you. But the amazing thing is that when we get together, we can learn from each other.
Oh, that's exactly right.
That was the idea,
Yep.
Literally, God could have created everybody the same way.
Cookie cutter.
Because he really could.
Yep.
But he decided not to, because we are supposed to learn from each other.
Yeah.
And that's what he did. I'm grateful for that.
I am too. And so in learning from each other means what? It means that we get the opportunity to also respect each other.
Oh.
And I feel like I respect myself more when I respect the both of you and you. So when I can accept who I am, I think it starts there first.
I understand the concept of respect is much deeper than we really think it is.
Sure.
We are taught to respect others before we are taught to respect ourselves. And I mean, I'm not trying to be the psychologist or psychiatrist or therapist here. I'm just saying, if I'm not going to be able to respect myself, knowing that I'm different than you, and I might not be as great as you are, and I might not be as educated as you are, I might not be as smart as you are.
Yeah.
If I cannot respect myself, I really don't know how to respect you, because I would be living in that resentment mode forever.
Right. And as individuals, what do we all want? Every one of us wants to be respected. We want our views on different topics to be respected, appreciated, and accepted. And so if I can't do that for you, how can I expect for you to do that for me?
Right.
And I'm never going to think like you do. I don't see things the way that you do. I don't see things like you do. And so, Kat, when I disagree with you, how does that make you feel about me as an individual?
It doesn't change the way I look at you at all.
Right.
I
Right.
mean, your opinions are your opinions. You know, when people give their opinions, you don't necessarily have to put into practice what they say.
Right.
It just opens your mind to a different way to look at that situation.
Right. And then it's your choice
Absolutely.
as to whether or not you accept that opinion as your own, or you just respect the other. And I think that this topic is so important right now with
Right
everything
now.
that we're going through. There's been a lot of controversy. I've heard so many people talking about the friends that they've lost.
Right.
Longtime friendships have ended because of the days and times that we're in now. So this is an introduction for Kat's interview,
Yeah.
but I think that this is a perfect opportunity for us to talk about some of the differences that we have just as individuals, and to talk about primarily the individual or the differences that we have as women.
Oh, definitely.
We have such difficulties defining ourselves as a
Anyways.
woman. Right, anyways,
Right.
but even more so as a woman, because we are a daughter first, then we are a partner, and then we become a mother. But who are we?
You are trying to define each one of them, plus you are a sister, plus you're a neighbor, plus you're an employee, plus you are a lover, all that.
Right.
You are trying to define each one of them, and somewhere there you forget that you might be actually different. It is okay. Is
Right.
it okay to be different, Kat?
Absolutely, it's okay to be different.
Absolutely. Yeah, I completely agree with that. So, what is that difference look like? How do you say that it's okay that I am different?
I don't even have to work at it. I mean, come on.
Right.
I was born in Pakistan. I've been here for 26 years. I am a different person than I was years ago when I came here. This is my place. This is my home. This is my country. I might not look white. I might not look black, but I am brown, and there is nothing that anybody can change about it.
Right.
But the sad part for me has been for a few months is that the greatness of this country that allowed me to have a mindset of my own, right or wrong. I'm not saying who is right and who is wrong. I wish we would just get away from the right and wrong,
Right.
and we would just start listening to each other. Most of the time we have choices because of the two reasons. Either this is fear or love. That's all what it is. So I am grateful to have a mindset and opinion, and I will never tell you to not have an opinion, because I'm free, you are liberated around me. I
Right.
won't tell you not to think, because believe me, it's a privilege.
Right.
It is a privilege when you're allowed to think for yourself, for your community, for your country. So use it wisely.
You know, I just want to add a little bit.
Please.
Before we started recording, we were actually just having a friend-to-friend talk. And one of the things we talked about was in all religions, because we all have different religious backgrounds, different religious religions that formed our foundation, right? One of the things that we were able to agree on, and I think that you can probably do the same, is that in all the religious teachings, love
Love.
is the greatest of all.
Right.
Yet it is the lack of love that divides us so greatly.
And this is a third world mindset. I
Right.
mean, this is what it's so hard for me to understand, that believing that I'm a part of a civilized society, believing in it, not even thinking, I believe in it. This is the first time in my life, in all these years that I have been an American, I realized that we actually have a journey. We're not there yet.
Right.
I had never known that we think so differently, because we don't talk, I guess, because literally we don't feel permitted
Right.
by our friends, neighbors, our families to voice our opinions, and that has done harm to this community and country.
Because no longer is there a respect for the difference of opinion.
Right. I mean, how can you imagine for everybody to think the same way? I don't know. Can you imagine?
No, not at all.
And would it be the safe place to live?
No, not at all.
Right.
Yeah. So I just want to encourage you, if you're listening, as you are listening, to consider, above all things, let's just continue to love one another.
Right.
If we do nothing else, we love one another and we respect these differences that we have. Because it is in our differences that we are elevated in the growth of who we are.
Yes, and I am so 100% sure that all this what's going on is really going to bring out something real great.
Oh, absolutely.
I felt like that when all this dividedness is going on, we actually have gotten disconnected with each other, and this has brought us to the point where we have not many options but to talk about it. So hopefully this will serve us well.
And so you said, I think that all of this is going to bring about greatness.
Yes.
And in my thoughts and how I see it is because of the disconnection with other people, which means that we are disconnected from ourselves. And so I feel that the greatness is going to come with the connection of ourselves so that we can connect better with each other.
Definitely, because here's the thing, I always write, when I write on Facebook, I always say live love.
Yes.
Somebody asked me actually a few days ago, why do you say that? And I told her that when I was trying to just love everyone, it was becoming complicated. Because you are just so different than me, and you're saying these things that I don't agree with, and you don't know what's good for our country, for our community, so I don't know how to love you at some times. I don't even like you at this time.
Yes, let's be honest.
Let's just be honest.
Yep.
But when I say live love, that means I'm just gonna love you because that's who I am.
Yeah.
I cannot do anything for you.
Not because of who you are.
No, because who I am.
Because of who I am.
Yeah. I rather live love than love you.
Yeah.
Because what it does, it tells me to accept you with the differences that we have. I feel like that's a bigger responsibility that I can have right now than saying, oh, I love you, I love you.
Yeah.
I understand. Well, even if with your kids, I don't know about you guys. I've told my children this. I love you. I will always love you, but there are times I don't like you.
I don't like you. Yes,
I don't
because
like
you
you.
Okay to say that.
You should be okay. Every
Right.
one of us should be okay to say that.
Right.
Yes.
I don't like you, and I don't like you does not mean I don't love you.
So let's talk about it. You are with your intimate partner, who maybe you've been with for 1 year or 10 years or 20 years. And you love them with all that you have.
What does love have to do with this?
But there's sometimes that I don't like you at all.
And they might not like us.
That's right. Yes.
They might not like us.
And it does not change the love that I have for you.
No. At the end of the day, I love you unconditionally.
Yeah.
Veronica, I can disagree with you. Kat, I can disagree with you. I have my own fears. I have my own agendas. I am worried about certain things that might not be important for you.
Right.
You might not understand them. It has nothing to do with love.
Right.
I will be there for you. I think this is what we all need to do at this time for each other, to actually affirm the love that, okay, listen, I might be thinking differently, and my political agendas, my religious agendas might be different than anyone.
Right.
I'm gonna be there for you.
I'm still going to be there for you.
But see, I think people lose that sometimes in a relationship when, like I said, you don't take care of yourself first. You become
Right.
so dependent upon that person that if they don't want to do what you don't want to do,
Right.
you think that, oh, they don't love you.
Yes.
Or, when you
Right.
disagree, it's like, oh, well, you don't love me. And I think that's where we get mistaken, and that's where, everyone's differences can be can either divide us or bring us
Yes, or
together.
bring us together. That's exactly right. And that's why it's so important for us to learn to love ourselves first. And we'll go back to like 2 episodes prior. We had that conversation.
Oh yes, we did.
Love thy neighbor
Like you love yourself.
like you love yourself. And so I can never love you more than I love me.
If I know how to.
If I know how to. Most important. That's
Right, but
exactly
then
right.
we're in the same society and in all the basic religions, when you're taught this lesson, you're also taught that loving yourself is a sign of selfishness. It's
Sure.
self-centeredness.
Yes.
You have to put others before yourself. So we confuse people.
Right. Yes, we do.
We
Yes, we
confuse
do.
people. What do you think, Kat?
I think it's okay to put people above yourself, but to a certain extent. You cannot drain your cup
That's right.
and then expect to give to other people.
Right,
you
Your
have
cup
nothing to
has to,
give.
be filled, and whatever that is, your non-negotiables during your day that fills your cup. Make sure that no one's draining that. And you'll be
Right.
able to put other people before yourself while still taking care of yourself.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
That's exactly right.
I'm so excited for this interview.
I am too.
Are you,
And
Kat?
so our interview with Kat, we've talked a lot about self-love. And so we've decided to take a different twist, right? We are ready to expose more vulnerabilities. We really want you to have the experience.
Right.
And to feel okay with being yourself.
You don't have to like me as
That's
long as you understand that it's the choice of life that I have.
Yes.
It's okay because I'm gonna love you anyways.
That's right. Yeah.
Thank you.
If
so
you are
much.
interested in sharing your story, please feel free to send us an email at pinkdiaries.tv@gmail.com.
Thank you.
See you next week.
Bye.